What's up, everybody? Welcome to Two Guys, One Gamepad, episode 12. We made it this far. Let's see if we can make it a little bit farther before we get canceled or everybody just stops listening to us. I'm Roggle, along here with Cybermerc Sig. Ready to get into it. How are you doing, buddy?
Good, I'm doing good. How are you doing, man? Been a bit.
It has. It's been not quite a month, a few weeks.
Children got sick, so we could do.
Yes. Life happens. Life of dads.
Yeah, being parents. Always
Oh, yeah.
fun, always fun. Oh, man. Well,
He's getting sick, life happening. It never changes. Never a dull moment.
No,
Never.
I'll have a dull moment starting Friday. Now that'll just be my terrors of a 2-year-old and I for 8 hours. That's the kid that will be in school, so and my wife works, so that's gonna be fun. You hang out with a jerk of a 2-year-old, judgmental little shit.
That's how it goes, though. You have that age can be fun and it can be terrifying at the same time.
I wouldn't say terrifying. I would use the word aggressively angry.
That works too.
I'm not terrified of my 2-year-old. I get annoyed at my 2-year-old, and he's getting ready to be 3 in October. So it's just like, you gonna grow out of this anytime soon?
Nope.
Your sister wasn't this way at all. I'm about to Spartan kick you.
Like our daughter wasn't that bad at 2. 3, she became a handful.
At 3, I got like a little bit of an attitude problem. Just small, but it was more of a again, she's basically nonverbal because she wasn't talking a whole lot. But if I told her to go do something, she no daddy, no waving her finger up in my face. It's like, girl, go sit your ass down. What's wrong with you?
No, my daughter's 5 now, so we're at the stages of learning to ride bikes, and she starts kindergarten soon. And
our daughters are the same age, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just kind of the fun. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you said your daughter just started today.
Yep.
So I mean, it's just the craziness of trying to keep up, and she's the last one done with daycare, the racket of daycare.
She's my first one.
Oh my gosh, done with daycare.
Oh man, we're already to the point where because how jerkish and assholeish my 2-year-old is, my son is. We're already going, do we want to enroll him in preschool? Do we want to torment the teachers like that? Because I feel like we're going to have to give monthly gifts. Like, hey, so sorry. Yeah, I know, I get it. Fucking asshole. You can't say it.
Oh.
We shouldn't. But it's true. Let's just be real. Kids are fucking assholes.
There's kids my daughter has to deal with, and man, I can't stand some of them. There's one. I don't dislike many kids, but there's one little girl that I can't stand. I call her Annabelle all the time. She's Satan's daughter.
Does that prelude to what she does or how annoying she is?
Both.
Yeah.
I can't stand a little girl, but she's 5. Maybe she'll grow out of it, or she'll end up in jail. One of the two. Who knows?
There's a third option, which is never want to be talked about while they're children, but realistically, third option of being the Karen bitch and finding that sugar daddy and just having her way and being an officer's wife, basically. Do you know who I am? Shut up.
You will respect my rank and my husband's rank. She carries the sticker and everything else.
Do you know what this means? Man, that's not a real rank. That's that's literally just a golden bar.
Yeah. Woo! You and your sewing club made it. Good job. That's all it is. I don't care what the stickers say on the back of your car. Good job. You're an Army wife. That's not the toughest job. Get over yourself.
I will give it to you. I will give it to them. It's a tough job during deployment if they are faithful and loyal. Other than that, it's really just a tough job for them to keep their damn legs closed. That's not even a stereotype is the problem. So many people are like, why are you judging? That's not true. That doesn't really happen. No.
That's where Jody came from. The whole saying of Jody.
Yeah. I grew up in the military. I served in the military. It's not just a ha ha. No, it's a legitimate statistic.
Oh, it's not the guy's. Not all. That's not always the guy's fault or girl, for the matter now,
No,
of why divorces happen in the military. It's not always because they're deployed and gone all the time.
no, it's just because they're naturally a whore.
But also doesn't help that the privates go out there and marry the strippers and everything else either, knowing that very damn well
Active
that
duty
that's
station. I got my bonus. Let's go to Triple X Club. Yeah. What's your name?
brand new truck.
I'm Ruby. Hi. Yeah, that'd be $25 for lap dance. Okay. Yeah. Will you marry me? Aw. Sure. 2 weeks later, I need to add a Pinda onto my account.
Yep.
You
I
just
have
got here.
TRICARE. Yeah.
That's really what it is. They find that you got TRICARE. Oh my
Mm.
god.
Get the health care.
I get everything? Oh, I do
Yep.
have a bum knee from stripping. The last baby daddy really did me good. Did they do reconstructive? Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And that's true. I mean, TRICARE was an amazing insurance if you can get it. It's
Yeah.
awesome when you're on active duty.
It's amazing when you're active duty. I did all sorts of stupid shit, and I still was like, I'm coming to work. I'll be 2 hours late. What happened? Listen, sir. If I tell you, you're going to be pissed off. Let's just say I'm going to be 2 hours late. Okay?
Stuff happened.
It was a weekend. I had a 4-day. Just let's not get into it, sir. Let's just not do it.
How often did you guys get 4 day passes, or just passes, I guess, in general?
So passes hardly ever. 4 days. I worked Panama schedule, so 3 on, 4 off, 3 on, or 4 on, 3 off. So 3, 4, 4, 3.
Okay.
So I would get a 4-day weekend or 4-day break quite often. So I was in Intel though, so I worked DGS, so I didn't really have a set schedule. But like my brother, both my brothers. But I can't talk about that. It's still going on. Ooh, when we get off, I'm gonna tell you something. I might get in trouble. But anyway, my youngest brother, the younger brother, I only have one. Yeah, so he's in the Air Force and he's a intel briefer. So he's the one that collects all the notes that normally like people like myself would jot down, pass to him, and he would go in front of a commander and be like, "Today, during our mission, we bombed X, Y, Z. We annihilated X, Y, Z. We did not have any casualties. No civilians were harmed. This is our intel on future ordnance." That's all he does is he just fucking reads a script basically. He gets one every holiday, every like major holiday, and randomly out in, I think he's in, is he still in Virginia? He's either in Virginia or South Carolina now. I forget which. He's going there or is already there. But yeah, he gets them, I guess, fairly regularly. There's a holiday.
But he also accumulates leave, though, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So like he wasted, or sorry, I shouldn't say waste. That sounds really bad when you hear the subject. He used all his leave he had, which at the time was like, I think 2.5, 3 weeks of leave that he had accumulated. And he went and got married to his girlfriend of like 2 years, 3 years. So, he waited. But to be fair, he also met her in the military because she's also military. So that's going to be fun. But so he used all his leave and now he can't go anywhere or do anything for a bit because that was just, I guess that was last year. So he should have at least a decent amount of leave left. Now,
Yeah, you should accumulate it fairly quick.
yeah. I don't know what rank he is though, because I know once you make E5, you accumulate a little bit quicker, or a little bit more, a little bit quicker.
Is he Army?
Air Force. We're all Air Force. We're not stupid.
Oh, you're all Air Force. Makes sense.
Sorry, I should say 3 of the 4 of us who served or are serving aren't stupid. After this weekend, yeah, I want to talk about it, and we may on the next episode because it gets cleared on Thursday. So, damn it.
Tune in next week, kids.
Do a whole special episode. But
Breaking news.
but like, like, so yeah, he wasted all his leave on that, and then like I didn't hardly ever use my leave though because one, I was in Germany, and two, I had 4 days quite often. So if I wanted to go down to Italy, I could go down to Italy literally for a day trip or 2 days or 3 days. I could go down to Greece. I could go up to the UK, over Scotland, Ireland, really anywhere. And I think the only time I ever had to truly use it was when I took a trip to New Zealand and Australia because while 4 days would have worked, they only would have given me like a day and a half, 2 days there, so I could spend a day flying back and flying out. So it just
Oh yeah.
wasn't feasible in my head. So, or when I went to Japan, so I always took like a day or two extra of leave just because. So,
Yeah, no, like being National Guard, we obviously didn't have any of that stuff since we just did all weekend stuff, but did have leave whenever we were deployed. We had 2 weeks there, but
yeah, that makes sense.
that was about it. But I wasn't sure how the leave went or passes or whatever you guys had.
I mean, leave is leave, and then it's just special days off. They don't call it passes because that is a how did he put it? I forget how the commander put it on one of my stations, but basically it sounds bad. It gives a bad connotation that these are just for the commander to use as he sees fit and no one else. And even though that's fucking what it is, he'd be like, "Oh, not showing up this day, whatever," or "You're off tomorrow." It's fine, but yeah, it's just always here's an extra day off. Here's a special day, or a squadron day is what we normally would call it. So, wish that was a word joke too. So,
Oh, okay. So I was just before we started recording, I was watching 13 Hours because I found it's free on YouTube right now. So I was just going through it. How many Air Force movies are there besides Hot Shots?
I yeah, I don't fucking know. Let's see. Let me just Google this. Ignore
This Top Gun is Top Gun Navy.
Yes.
Okay. Top Gun is Navy. I need to know because I was watching. I'm like, I want to know if there's any Air Force movies.
Okay, so there's apparently
Actual movies, not like.
Oh, my screen just got bright. Several, a lot. So Independence Day is deemed an Air Force movie.
Yeah. Okay.
According to this.
Oh, okay. Then Airplane's an Air Force movie too. Then.
It is, but it's actually on there. But no, so yeah, 24-hour alert, Above and Beyond. That's a 1952 film. Aces, Iron Eagle 3. I'm trying to see Air Force One. You should know that one. Has God damn it, Indiana Jones. Why I can't think of his name. Harrison Ford.
Okay. Yeah.
Aloha, which has Emma Stone and Bradley Cooper in it. Bridge is a Spy. I know that one. I don't know if you. Captain Marvel is not an Air Force movie, even though she did serve in the Air Force. It's not an Air Force movie.
No.
Iron Sky, First Strike.
Maybe I should ask good Air Force movies.
Independence Day, Resurgence. Again, they say Iron Man's an Air Force movie because he worked with the Air Force. I mean, there's a lot. I'm counting well over 30 right now. Stargate. That's not no. Shut up. I don't trust this list anymore.
Stargate.
It had me until I saw Stargate on there. Operation Dumbo Drop is deemed a Air Force movie.
Oh my gosh.
That's an old one though. Yeah. So there's several. Dunkirk was up there. I don't know if you saw that movie ever, but
that one I have not seen. I did see a lot of previews for it, but I have not seen that one.
I would not say it's an Air Force movie per se. I would say it's a military movie because if I remember correctly, it takes place in like World War II. So you know.
Yeah, Battle of Dunkirk.
Yeah. Not really Air Force, more like.
Yeah, Army, I mean,
maybe.
I mean, those ones are kind of hard. Like, what would Pearl Harbor, that movie, what would that be considered then? Because that's based on a lot of pilots. Yeah.
but it's based on the attack of a naval base
Ah, true.
because that's what dragged us into the war.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, a seaman movie.
Seaman movie.
Yeah,
That was like, I was thinking like, because did you? I think we talked about it, but like when you were in basic, you had movies you watched, or did you ever watch any? As in, like you're
no,
waiting around and
no,
your very first intake.
no. We all like an intake. You all sat down in a fucking auditorium in chairs,
Yeah. So I
and
think
you waited.
with ours we had that too, but they had Black Hawk Down playing,
No,
and that was the first time of the 600 times I saw that movie.
that's
Which I think out of everybody, they all hate that movie because they've seen it so many times, and that's one that
it's still a good movie. I watch it.
it is.
I've seen it a dozen times, but it's just I don't think I've seen it 600 times. But
Oh my gosh, it's so many. We watched it so many times. Even on deployments, we watched it too. And then, you get so many assholes sitting around watching movies while you're on deployment, and you're pointing out every little thing. Which Black Hawk Down, you can't point out that many things that are incorrect because it's a fairly accurate movie when it comes to
it just
a
depends
lot of
on
the
how
stuff
nitpicky
happening.
you want to get.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go like, I mean, there's even stuff in Top Gun you can pick out, the original Top Gun.
Yeah.
And I mean, multiple movies
Yeah.
like Hurt Locker and that shit show of a movie.
You're telling me that wasn't based on 100% factual evidence given to them by the Marines?
I mean, I haven't seen every military movie ever made, but it's by far one of the worst ones ever made and inaccurate as shit.
The second one's a lot worse, or the sequel, whatever they call it, is a lot worse.
They made another one of that shit show.
I don't know if they call it Hurt Locker, but yeah, there was a sequel to it.
Wow, no, I didn't know that.
Let me see if I can find the name.
Yeah, it's just like you have like counter sniper missions and shit like that. It is.
Yes, not really clever on the name, just Hurt Locker too.
Oh my gosh. No, but it's like some of the stuff that they talk about, like the overuse of over and out in military movies. I don't think I ever said once over and out.
So we had to say over, we had to say out, but every time, because again, we worked DGS and I did, when I started on Ramsey, I did what was called integrated broadcast system, where basically we check in to make sure all the military systems were good to go, all the intel stuff, so where we can collect. So I would have to call from Germany to Virginia to Texas to California to Nevada to Georgia, and then I had to call to a few down in Africa, South Korea, Japan, a couple naval ships, and I would always have to say our code, some stupid statement, time is XYZ Zulu, and then when we finish up, it'd be like, okay, understood, over, and like we were required to hang up on over. And then you had like the fresh people who have never served or even been inside the military bubble sphere at all, and there's like over and out, click, and you see everybody else like, "What'd you say? No, get your ass, no, sit your ass down." And then you guys schooled them. They were all expecting that from myself and the four other who came in. They all did it because they, again, no military families. And I'm just over here. Yeah, we just say over, right? Blah, 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 blah. Over.
Mm-hmm.
Over and out. Airman, what the fuck you say?
No, you just say out. You just say out if you want to make sure the other person on the other side to stop talking.
Now, over was the sentence killer because it was a specific. I don't know. I had to talk to Army, Navy, and even Marines that time, and it was so weird.
Okay, now ours was we just use out to like say
we're leaving, we're
out.
going out.
Yeah, we're done. That's over. No more talking to me. Another thing is like I think Black Hawk Down was probably one of the more accurate ones when it came to firefights when they were going through town and that dude opened up with I don't remember if it was the Saul or the 240 right next to that dude's head, and the rest of the movie he's looking around dazed because he can't hear everything else he has. I mean, because you're not wearing an ear pro. You don't go out. I mean, I don't know how many people went on missions with ear pro in.
I know tons of people who deployed. I can't I can't think of any of them because they're all, if they're out of the military, they have some form of disability and it always includes their hearing. And they
Hmm.
either have a hearing aid because they've lost that much of it, or they just get compensated because they're like 20% deaf. And they're like, I don't need it.
Yeah, you have the constant ringing in your ears of tinnitus, which is amazing.
Yeah,
Which
whatever.
that's always great.
So,
Yeah, it's just like you're not going on missions with. I mean, I am in a 3M lawsuit. I'm waiting for my all my money to come in for that one. It's all over Facebook and everything else. So
I've been waiting a little over a year now.
that's
And
money you'll
that's,
never see.
eh. I'm in like another one too, just because they're like, did you serve in the military? I was like, yeah. Did you serve in these 4 branches? 3 branches. And they said branch, but yes, I did. I did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
just,
did. No, no, no. Marines are not a branch. It literally says Department of the Navy.
don't tell a Marine that.
Telling all you fucking Marines that.
Uh, uh.
You're the blue crayon. The dark blue crayon. The light blue is the Air Force. Leave us alone.
Light blue. Hmm.
Hey, yeah. It's like
Oh my
it's like
gosh.
this blue right here. Hmm. No, I mean, I'm trying to think the only time we never got to watch a movie because when I went into basic to kind of pinpoint it, Michael Jackson had passed away a few months earlier. So everybody who was in basic and was like wrapping up found out MJ died that way. 2000, early 2019, late 2018, MJ died. So I think. No
It was what? No, that was like 2009.
Sorry, 8. Sorry.
I was like 8. I was like, hold on.
No,
That was like 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago. Like, no, that's not it.
In my head, the voice in my head said 2008, but my brain went 18.
That's not right at all. You're talking about Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah, God, but I remember. I mean, there still was people who didn't know. There was a lot of like TIs I didn't know, and there was like, "When the fuck did this happen?" Like 6 months ago. Months ago. What do you mean? Don't you get the news? Um, but like movie wise, never got to watch a movie. The closest we got was because Sundays you could go to church as often as you wanted.
That's the only day everybody was religious.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh God.
And I went to a Catholic church. I went to a Baptist church. I went to a Christian church, and I went to a Wiccan church. That was weird.
Well, yeah.
Well, the best
I mean,
part, I'll get to the best part on the Wiccan thing, but like the Baptist church was the only one because they sang a lot. And,
that's where we went.
and they would play clips of Black Hawk Down as they were singing or playing Only Imagine,
Oh yeah.
or I Imagine, whatever that song title is. But that would be the only time, like, that's the closest we got to it. Uh, Other than that, I never watched the movie while in basic. Um, the Wiccan thing, though, was like, again, I started developing relationships, like buddy, being friends, and really more like these 59 fucking assholes here. I had to be nice. I had to get to know you. I'm sorry. Sucks to suck type deal. But we had a couple weekends, and like, you guys should really come here. So they dragged about half the squadron with them to go to a Wiccan service. And it was the first one. They do a cycle every like 60 to 90 days where they kind of just start fresh and say, my name is XYZ. I'm this role. Let's introduce ourselves. And they literally made everybody go around, say your name, and then like if you're this denomination or what else. There are so many of us who are of course Christian and Catholics, and they got to my ass. I'm just like, I'm Catholic. I was the first one to speak. That was a different faith. I just remember the look on the guy's face with his girlfriend, wife, or whoever the woman was next to him, and they're like, you know this is Wiccan service, right? Oh yeah, he dragged me here. Do you want to be here? I also never heard of Wiccan prior to
I
joining the military.
never heard it was
like,
even a thing.
So I was like, you got my interest. Is this like witchcraft? No. Are you sure? Because I'm looking at your altar up there, and that looks a lot like witchcraft. Yeah, like I read that in some books. Are you sure it's not witchcraft? Okay, okay. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I have a question.
Do you worship trees?
What is it exactly you worship? Like, I'm not bagging on them. I don't give a shit what religion anybody is. I'm just like, I need questions answered now. And that was always the downside of any time I went to any other service was, hold on, what? You don't believe in this? Okay, that makes sense. Oh no, you're making the Catholics sound really fucking crazy right now. And the longer I was in, the more I was like, you're making Christianity sound really fucking crazy right now. I got to the point where, uh, when I got overseas, I had, it was probably my last like year and a half in the service. I had a chief who was also finishing out his career, and him and I became good buddies. I guess best way to put it is he adopted me. So if I didn't leave my room on the weekend, which happens sometimes because I was either drunk from Friday or I just need to recover, so I was exhausted, or I wanted to play games, he would show up to my apartment. Sour? Uh, what are you doing here? I just got back from chow hall. I got my food. No,
Leave me alone.
go put that in the fridge. You're coming home with me and my wife. We're gonna take you to service too. I don't have fancy clothes, so I got my jeans and a button up. I got country, like high end country clothes going on right now. This is not like you go to church. This is like country church clothes.
Hmm.
So, and for those of you who don't know, that's blue jeans, a nice belt with a belt buckle, and a button-up shirt and boots. Country. So
Yeehaw.
he was just like, Aren't you from like the West Coast?" "No, sir, I'm from fucking Kansas." "Oh, what part of Kansas?" Like the fucking country Kansas." Like, I went worked on the farm at least once or twice a month, and I did stupid farm shit, and I fucked around on the farm. Yeah, I did stupid shit. Okay.
Kansas not is not known for producing cowboys,
No, we're not.
so so not at all. I mean, I grew up in Missouri, and we didn't either. So no,
You
and
guys are
that's as
known for
Midwest as it
drugs.
gets.
You guys are known
Well,
for drugs. So much drugs. Oh my god! Like, that rivalry, and this is funny now knowing that because I didn't know that. This explains actually a lot, but
whatever.
oh my god, there's gonna be so much shit talk now.
Oh, it's funny already.
No,
Ready
even
to
more,
be talked.
even more. Because we got Kansas and Missouri. Because for those of you who don't know, that's apparently a rival that I don't know where the fuck that started. Probably.
I know with Missouri and Kansas College, it was a big one for the border wars, but that's sport wise.
Oh,
But I know
it's only
back and
during
forth,
It's
there's
only during basketball.
well, the big one was football
Nah,
because
KU sucks
Missouri
at
sucked at
football.
basketball.
KU sucks at
Well,
football.
Missouri sucks at basketball.
I know, but we still like it. It's an easy win. And then K State generally sucks at basketball, but they're hit and miss like every other year.
They're more of a football school too.
Oh yeah. Well, they're an ag school, so you get all your fucking farm boys lining up as a lineman.
Oh, is that what they are?
Yeah.
They're an ag school. Okay, I didn't know they were an ag school.
They're like on the top five of being agricultural, like top five ag schools.
Really?
I don't remember. Is it? I want to know their exact positioning, but yeah, because it's a very like we get Japan, Chinese, Korean, European. Like we get a lot of fucking college schools or countries coming over for ag and science. So
It's crazy because that's how exactly how like Iowa is too. Like Iowa, just University of Iowa is a medical school, which I think is what KU is also.
yeah, yeah.
And then Iowa State is ag as well.
Where is-
So I mean, we just produce our cows and our corn.
as of as of 2000 as of this year, so as of April, K State is among the top 10 ag schools in the nation and among the top 20 in the world. So,
Really?
so yeah, we're a pretty big deal apparently. We also have Aggieville, which is just like 3 blocks of bars and B Dubs and Cold Stone.
Because of the college.
It's always been there. So sure, I don't know. I don't know. I just moved here like 10 years ago. Not even 9 years ago. So, but
Oh well.
I mean, I don't know. It's not a bad school. My wife went there or went here, and KU's a party school, which surprises me that they're a med school still.
That's why.
I was like, that's not
Uh,
smart. I want my doctors to actually be smart and not out rave partying every night, bubble parties where they're doing
well, I
drugs.
mean, get it out of their system and then take care of people the other day.
Go join the military and then go to med school. You'll have it out of your system in 1 month.
Yeah.
And the rest of your
Yeah,
time in,
very
you're
true.
recovering from that 1 month, just going, ugh, my liver.
I mean, as long as you know how to put an IV in, you're good.
I know how to put an IV in.
That'll flush you real good. That'll get you back to normal ish.
So speaking of IV, I think I've told you. Yeah, I literally just told you before. If I could start, I give plasma. My wife and I give plasma.
Mhm.
And one here where I'm at, you can make 50 on the first day, 70 or 80 on the second one. So, $120, $130, easy money
Mhm.
for sitting in for an hour, hour and a half. Anyways, what was it? July? Beginning of July? No, because I got deferred. End of June, beginning of July. They had a new person where like she just got certified new person. Um, she stuck me and she couldn't figure out why I wasn't drawing blood to separate the plasma. And she gave it 15 minutes. She's like, just pump your hand. Just pump your
Oh
hand. It's
gosh.
fine. I was like, ma'am, can you come check me out? Because she uses like the same entry every time. Or they try to use the same entry every time. And she did it, and she's like, no, just pump your hand. I was like, ma'am, if it's not drawing blood, there's likely a blood clot. No, blood clots are rare. No, they're not.
What?
A big blood clot, sure. Blood clots happen all the fucking time. Like, go read, go Google it. So, like, can't. So I raised my hand trying to get somebody else over, and the other lady came over, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it could be that. Let me go get your attendant, and she'll come back over and re-stick you." And then I heard this is how I found out she got certified that morning before they opened. Was I heard so attendant two, who I called over, asked attendant one, "Hey, are you certified to do a double stick or do a re-stick?" "Yeah, I just got it this morning." And my ass went, can I
Excuse
get
me.
someone else? Anyone else? Can I get somebody who's been experienced at least like 3, ideally a dozen plus? And it's no, she's certified. We can't switch you up. She's registered to your codes, and you're registered to your codes. So like you guys are synced up, motherfucker. So, anyways, she doesn't like lightly pull the needle out. She lifts up a little bit and pull it out, so you can see my skin kind of buckle
Ah,
up, and then she
awesome.
pulls. Oh, I could feel that needle just drag. Oh, it hurt so bad. And I
Mhm.
flinch, and normally like, I don't flinch because I'm like, whatever. I have tattoos. I'm used to needles, whatever. But she pulled that fucker out, and I literally winced and squeezed my hand before she could get the cotton swab on it. And you just see blood start coming out. And it was a blood clot. It was a fairly
Yeah.
large blood clot because it covered more than the needle itself by easily 15 to 20%.
Yeah.
So basically, when she stuck it, that's where the blood clot was. So I'm just like profusely bleeding at this point. And she finally gets up there and she's like, "We'll clean you up when you're done." I was like, "We need to clean me up now. There's blood on my jeans and my shirt. And I need to go into a convenience store here in a bit." So she sticks me in the other arm. Not even, I shit you not, Roggle, not even a minute later, it bubbles. Not only does it bubble, it swells up to 3 centimeters around the entry point.
Oh fuck.
So she panics because she just got certified. She doesn't know what the fuck's going on. They don't certify, from my understanding, they don't certify on live people. So
That
maybe
doesn't make sense.
it's gels.
Oh, that doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah. We're not going to get into that one because that's just me pissed off talking to the doctor 2 weeks later. after we got back from our vacation. But anyways, so she sees it and she panics and she calls somebody over, calls the manager, and that lady came over and she's like, well, you messed up. No, I didn't. I'm certified. I know how to do this. Justification was I'm certified. Bitch, I am certified in like 2 to 3 dozen things. Doesn't fucking mean I'm guaranteed to do it right 100% of the time.
The swelling in my arms proves you're wrong.
So it's not just swelling. Like I already had issues with my elbows because I was in a nasty accident back in 2005 with an ATV and then military. So like my elbow started like just really cranked down as if somebody had a vice grip just on it, pulling on the elbow itself, and it hurt. So I'm trying not to squeeze my hand because I don't want the blood to come out because there's already blood coming outside of the needle. And I was pissed. So finally the manager is over there. She's like, here's what we'll do. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to mark you down. You're going to get 100% of your funds because this was not your fault. And of course I'm like, no fucking shit. By the way, at this point, I've been at the clinic giving plasma for 45 minutes. That's how long it took her to fix the first issue and then re-stick me. And then stay around waiting for everybody else to do their shit.
So you should have almost been done by that point. Close to.
Yeah, I should have been at least like 75-80% filled.
Yeah.
But anyways, so manager takes out the needle and it starts bleeding really profusely too. And she's like, okay, here's the gauze. We're going to wrap it and we're going to put an ice pack on it. If it doesn't stop within 2 to 3 hours, come back, we'll have to admit you into the hospital. So we'll have to physically take you from our center to the hospital and register you underneath our company, so where we pay for everything basically. I was like, okay, cool. They called me 2-3 hours after I left. I'm still bleeding. I had to redo the ice pack and the gauze and everything one because they just like, here's a cotton ball, here's some wrap, good to go. No, fucking Band-Aid works just as well. So I get home, swelling's not down. They called me in 2 hours and they asked, has the swelling went down? I was like, no, but now I'm hella bruised. And by hella bruised, I mean, I would like, this is where they injected me, right on the crease of my elbow. And it was swollen about size of a quarter. And then it was starting to bruise. Dark purple. By about 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters. And like, oh, well, okay, well, we're closing in 30 minutes, so we can't take you back, or we can't take you to the hospital. So it's really up to you. You can go to the hospital and tell them to charge us or to contact us, blah, blah, blah. Went to legal matters. And contacted my doctor. And he's like, yeah, just come on in. So I did it. He's like, yeah, there's really not, like, you're just bruised. You have internal bruising now. It should be gone in 14 to 16 days. I was like, oh my God. I wasn't even this fucking bruised from the peanut butter shot. And they had to jab me 3 times with that. So that's a shot in the military. It's penicillin
in your butt cheeks. Cheek.
But, oh my God. It was in both of mine. Because they fucked up the first time. They're out. Well, we can't stick that cheek again. Let's get the other one. Oh, all right. We didn't push it down. Fucking newbie. Basically, what I'm saying is I don't have luck with needles in hospitals, people. So
I think it's people that are giving it to you. I wouldn't think it's the needle.
Well, it's them. It's them by proxy. But anyways, so it ended up, you see my tattoo. I just want you to see the correlation of that. You see this tattoo? My Deadpool? That bruise went from here all the way down to the tip. So about halfway down my forearm, 3/4 of my forearm, all the way up to the tip of my Deadpool tattoo, which is about 3/4 of my bicep, and was just this whole front. And it outlined my muscles to the T. So you can see where my bone was and my tricep bicep was. And then you see like just white skin because there's nothing there to bruise basically other than skin. Oh my God.
So did she go through the vein and stab and ended up hitting muscle?
Not sure. They took an X-ray and they're like, yeah, it's just internal bruising. And again, I have an ex-military doctor, so yeah. Oh. That's great.
Yeah, it's fine. Just drink water. You'll be okay.
Here's ibuprofen.
Yep.
But so it was whatever. They weren't too concerned because I had full control over my arm. I could move it. I could rotate it. I could grip with the same pressure. It didn't really hurt unless I was like holding my 35-pound 2-year-old in that arm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay. And it just started becoming numb. So they weren't too concerned, but I ended up, again, we waited like 2 weeks because we went on vacation. We were not, or waited a week. We went on vacation up to Nebraska, and I didn't want to go. I was just like, fuck this. I'm not going back to this plasma center. I just want this thing to heal, and I'll go back. Went back, talked to the doctor who's on site, like the head honcho doctor, and I was like, hey, I got a question for you. Do you have any record where it says I was extreme swelling and bruising? She goes, oh yeah, but it says minimum swelling, minimum bruising. I go, yeah, it was extreme. And that's by your manager's words. Oh, well, the attendant said minimum. And I was like, well, it wasn't. Here's a picture. And I took a picture like every fucking day of the week. It was bruised. And it just got progressively worse. I think I still have them. But I took a picture of the injection site to show how bad it was when she was pulling it out. So I'm showing this doctor that and everything. She goes, who did this? I go, she's new. And I described her to a T. Not gonna do it on here. I described her.
He was just certified that day.
Yeah. But they also have codes, so they just wanted to make sure I could pair them up, I guess. But anyways, So she's like, okay. I know who you're talking about. They'll be fully retrained, be under supervision. They should have been under supervision because they were just certified. They still have to get X amount in within a time period, whatever. I don't care. So she's freaking out because she's like, you should have went to the hospital. I was like, I did. I went to my doctor. And he said, you're fine. You have internal bruising. He took an x-ray and he's like, you're fine. She goes, okay, well, you need to ask for like an MRI and a CAT scan and all this other tests. I was like, I'm not paying for that. I didn't fuck up. She goes, well, we should have taken you to the hospital. I was like, do you want to hear the voice, the recording I had? Again, this isn't me being like some pretentious dick doing this out of spite. This was me having a health issue, working in the health field myself, going, I need to document all this, 100%. And I recorded the phone call, and I let them know I was recording it, and I played it to the doctor, and she goes, how far do you live? Like, I'm just down the street, like 5 minutes. Okay. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. I will document it. I will reach out to your doctor and we'll document everything together and we will say this is 100% our fault because clearly you didn't inject the needle yourself. If I would have injected, at least I would have hit the fucking vein right the first time. At least I would have knew where the blood clot was. At least I know how to get the fucking blood clot off without having to pull the fucking thing out of the way. But I was so fucking livid. And she's like, okay, well, unfortunately, you've been deferred for 2 weeks, so you can't come back until the 19th of July. I was like, okay, whatever, big deal.
Yeah.
So we were fine, cash flow and everything didn't matter, and she's just like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry, and I really am. But you need to work on getting your heart rate down because I was always at like the last 4 times I tried, I was always at like 100 or 103, like in that range. And she's like, you just need to work on getting that down. I was like, I have a heart rate monitor on my Apple Watch. I can prove I was below 100. So I had to show her that so where she can basically erase it and say, okay, just take your deferral, but no points against you type thing. Because they use the big ass cuff and they would do my left arm. And my left arm, even like doctor's notes and everything, it pulses more. I don't remember the medical fucking explanation of it. Basically, stronger pulse, more rapid pulse. Less blood flow in my right arm, more blood flow in my left arm. So, basically, is how I interpret it. And she's looking at my heart rate monitor data spreadsheet that Apple gives me, and she's like, "Wow, you haven't been over 100, except for like these days. What happened here?"
You stress the fuck out.
That's called I went on a walk with my child or my children and thought it was a good idea no, it's okay. We're on a hike in a wooded area. No, it's fine. Let my 5 and 2-year-old just run rampant. That's what that's called. It's called parenting. She goes, I get you. That would explain a lot of these actually.
Yeah.
Welcome to adulthood. High stress, high heart rate.
Exactly.
Not enough liquor.
Yeah. Now I used to donate plasma. I didn't have any of those horror stories, but I had one time where I had to stop because I felt like it was sucking the life out of me because I didn't eat that day.
I don't ever eat.
and it was like 4 in the afternoon, and I went at that point. I had eaten the whole day,
No.
and so I was just
You were
pulling
already
out.
lightheaded, and then she was
Yeah,
like,
so I was like halfway done. I was halfway done, and it starts to pump. The blood starts to pump back into it. I'm sitting there, and it starts to hit me, and I'm like, okay, the metallic taste obviously in the back of your throat, which is amazing. Just so fucking, it's so weird. That metallic taste in the back of your throat, and then I start to kind of get, the sweats, and that feeling you're gonna throw up. I'm just like, oh, I can't do this. But if I quit, I'm not gonna get paid for it. So I'm like, I go as long as I can. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna die. And they're like, what? I'm like, I don't feel good. So they rush over and they pull the needle and they're talking to me and they're like, okay, just sit there. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, so what does this mean? What's this mean? Like, well, you didn't finish. I'm like, no, that's not what I asked. So what does this mean?
Like, this
Are you not paying me? This is not. I feel like a dirty hooker didn't finish the job. What do I do? How do I handle this? Is it a not me, it's you thing, or how is this? What do I do?
It's your machine that took too much.
Oh, and I've got people around me looking at me like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? There's somebody who's brand new in the corner looking at me like, is this a good idea? What do I do? Is this, what's happening to him? Is he going to die? I'm like, no, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm just lightheaded and feel like shit because I didn't eat.
See, I always gave in the morning because I don't eat breakfast. So I need to go before my wife goes to work. And if she's not off, I go in the morning. So I don't normally eat. But then again, we're talking about 6 to 8 hours no food because I'm asleep. Maybe less because, children. And then just let me go get, how many is this stuff? 24 ounces of water shoved in me. So I'm stupid because now I'm drinking 24 fucking ounces of water right before giving, which means I'm going to have to go pee. But I never ate. And the one time I tried to eat, I ate once. I felt sick, like when they were just taking the blood. It made me so nauseous. I had something in my stomach, and they're like, "Well, that's not normal." No shit, not fucking normal. Who said? Who are you talking to? Because it's not my wife. Who are you talking to that says I'm fucking normal? Because they're a goddamn liar. They're not to be trusted. I'm an asshole and I'm fucking weird. Nothing else.
That's
You just need to talk to me for 5 minutes. You're like, okay. I'm sorry.
Do it from the beginning. That's why we're doing the podcast together.
I'll just go over here. But no, like my wife gave plasma, and she likes to give it in the afternoon because she likes to get all her water in and eat 2 meals. She's smart about it. But she got really sick one time, and she's texting me, and unlike you, she's a champ, and she's like, "Hey, FYI, I'm about to pass out, so I need you to like just constantly text me or do something to make my phone ping," because she has headphones in. I was like, "I can do something. You ain't gonna like it though." And she's like, "Oh, just anything, just whatever." I was like, "Okay." She goes, "I'm starting to feel really nauseous." Like, well, what percentage are you at? She's like, "I don't know. The bottle looks like maybe 40, maybe 60, maybe I'm so," like, she's just glossed over at this point. So I was like, "Look at the monitor to your left. It will tell you the percentage. It will say 76, or it will say 4,200 milliliters out of 5,000 milliliters, or however much they need. Super high number. I think that's wrong. But anyways, I was like, just look at it. She's like, I can't read it. If I turn my head, I'm gonna throw up. I was like, okay, don't turn your head. And she's texting me this and everything. She's like, I don't know what to do. I was like, fucking tell them. You still have to drive home, and it's gonna be at least a 30-minute recovery. So you can either stop now and get the Gatorade, which is fucking Powerade. Assholes, read the label. So she's like, no, and literally, I went to two birthings. It's fine. I can handle this. She called her name. I was like, look, it's not how it fucking works. Giving birth to a child is not the same as losing all this blood and then slowly reintroducing it without the plasma now. And she's like, it's fine. I was like, Oh my god. So I'm waiting at this point for either her phone to go off and it's somebody at the center to say, hey, come pick your wife up, or your wife's been taken to the hospital. Or her to say, I'm out, come get me. No. And she drove home and she got home and my kids are all like, Mommy! And she's like, no, no. Shh. And she's pushing them and she's stumbling and everything. And she goes and lays down on the couch and she's like, don't, literally, no one talk to me. I need a bucket or trash can, something. I don't feel good. And she was out for the count. And I was like, why'd you drive home? Dude, we only live like 5 minutes away. It's fine. Okay, just on one of the busiest roads in the city.
I can do this. I got it.
During lunch rush. Okay. So, but she pulled it through. The only issue I ever have is like, again, I drink 24 fucking fluid ounces of water. So by the time I hit 50%, I'm like, oh, I gotta pee. Oh, readjust, loosen my pants. Oh. So it's just a lot of movement. I know there's people watching me because there's been a few times where there's been like military members across. And I know they're military because either a crew cut, the way they're actually dressed, or they're in uniform. And there's like, it's like, no, man, I gotta pee. And I never ask, so I just kind of do that pee pee dance where you're like, oh, God damn it. You're like, hold it. Okay, let me rotate to left. Nope, nope, nope. Too much on the ladder. Too much.
Only so many positions you can hit before you actually end up peeing yourself.
Man, there was one time where I had to poop so bad. Because whatever we
Those are the worst.
Because like I didn't have to like poop the last like 13%. Sorry, the last 30%, 30%. No, I had to poop 10 minutes into the process. And you know there's like a turtle point where you're just like, no, it's fine. I can clutch it, it's fine. And then it just was like, maybe not. Reposition. And then all of a sudden I could feel my bladder getting pressed. I was like, oh, I gotta go pee too. So I'm like, I had to be very careful. And I'm watching these nurses or attendants, whatever you want to call them. There's one that I always see there, and she kind of watches me. She goes, "Sir, are you okay?" No, ma'am. No. Okay. You're at 7%, so you need to hold on.
Okay.
Okay. And like it got to the point where it finally calmed down. It's like, okay, I'm fine. Fine. So I'm just laying back, watching whatever I am on my phone, and all of a sudden it just hits me again.
Yep, it comes in spurts. Like, it's so bad.
I was like, I'm literally like leaning over into a ball. Sir, bed number 4. Don't lean forward. You're cutting off blood flow. Lay back. No.
You don't get it.
I got pinch the intestines off so no more goes down.
You don't get it. And that's just like when you're driving. I think it's the worst time when you're driving. And you have to do it. And it's not just like the normal ones. It's like the ones you've had hot sauce on top of something, or it's that burning sensation. And it's like, okay, I'm in traffic and I'm in a car and everybody's an asshole no matter what. I don't care if you're a nun driving.
Fuck out my way.
You're driving a school bus full of kids. I don't care. You're a piece of shit. Get out of my way. You're going the speed limit. This is not what's needed to happen right now. I need you to step on that gas. Get out of the way.
I'm in the left lane, bitch. It's 40, which means you go 70.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not a thing. And the entire time I'm screaming, I'm sweating. Tears are starting to run down my face because this is going to happen one way or another. But I have to hold it before I get home. And then by the time I get home, every time my keys fall out of my hand, I'm fumbling with the door. I just want to kick my door in like I'm breaching and ready to take the house. And then there's a belt. The belt never wants to work. It's just like, God, please help me. Please. 30 more seconds. That's it. That's all I need.
Just let me get to the bathroom. I don't even care if I shit my pants at this point. Just let me to the bathroom.
I'm home at least, not in the car. I'm home. I can jump in the shower.
Like, those only ever happen when I used to go visit my mom and dad because they were 2 hours west, and it would never fail because do you have spangles up there? Do you know what that is?
I have shingles on my roof.
No, spangles. You had it in Missouri. There's spangles in Missouri. I know that.
I
old
know.
50 style diner looking thing. You guys have
No, never
Spangles.
heard of.
They're
No,
fucking in Missouri and
no, no.
Kansas and Oklahoma.
Spangles.
Spangles.
Sp-
I will pull this shit up. I guarantee you.
Spangles. Spangles. What the fuck is a
Like
Spangles?
it's a
It's a
thing.
fast food chain. Never
Yeah.
even heard of it. What? This isn't even a thing. This is the internet's lying.
No,
It's
one.
gotta be.
So,
It's gotta be like.
so I
Maybe-
like one. I like this place because it's a 50 style restaurant and or diner looking
Spangles.
thing. So it has a lot of Elvis Presley collection, and I love Elvis Presley. So okay, maybe you guys don't have one.
No, there's one in Kansas City. Yeah, there's. I mean, but
That
it's all
does.
like. Okay, so there's only in. Okay, it's like dead center Kansas City,
Yeah,
downtown. Not where I'm going to.
but not
no,
really important.
That's.
It's not really important to the story. But
Yeah.
it's just beef. It's really thin beef patties, not thin like Freddy's, but not thick like I can't think of who has a thick burger now. Five Guys. It's like the Happy Meal, like right in between. But anyways, I'm to the point now in my life where I cannot have a lot of beef before my system just goes, you need your shit.
Yeah, the same thing I do.
And this is just like, it's not gonna just be like plonk. It's gonna be like a faucet. It's just,
Welcome everybody to the shit episode.
but like, so it doesn't hit me for like normally like a few hours unless I've had beef like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then by the end of the week it's in my mouth and I'm already in the bathroom type thing.
All right,
But-
so you have the same thing I do because if I have a steak and it hits me within 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just like so. Yeah, it's a
over
there's
30 thing. It didn't happen when I was in my 20s. It happened the moment I turned 30.
It's kind of like it's similar to lactose intolerant,
I
but
had that, yeah, too.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Because I looked up like, why is it every time this happens I have to shit? I don't get it.
Fuck you,
Like,
cows.
but like I'm
assholes.
like every time I'm like I'm not stopping.
No.
You're still gonna get. I'm still eating it. I don't care.
No.
I'm not stopping.
But that's
I
like,
love it.
We would drive to my parents. The halfway point was a Spangles, or there was a Spangles there. So we would go through a drive-through. We're not getting out. We'd go through a drive-through, and I'd get my like bacon cheeseburger or whatever. It had 2 patties, bacon, cheese. I can't process dairy 100%. I'm not fully lactose. It's just like kind of. And I had a lot of beef that week. Neither here nor there. So we eat it. We're eating on the road. By the way, best fries. We're eating on the road. We get to my parents' house, and good. I'm riding horses. I'm helping take care of the horses, the chickens at the time, the just animals they have. Playing with my
Country
kids,
boy mode.
basically. But in jean shorts,
Shorts,
Flip-flops.
okay. Are they cutoffs?
they look like they're cutoffs, but they're not.
Oh, you're fancy. You buy the pre-made cutoffs.
They're from Marshalls. But so, anyways,
Boy on a budget.
bother on budget, damn right. They were in my size. I didn't have any other shorts.
Well,
But anyways, doing fine, and literally, I'm in such a fucking routine to a point. Like I go to the bathroom before I go to bed. I go to the bathroom when I wake up. I go to the bathroom before I leave somebody's place, just because, like, God forbid, leaving my parents after 3 hours to drive 2 hours back. By the way, there's only 2 rest stops unless you get off in the cities, and even then, the nearest like actual place to go pee is still 5 to 10 minutes inside that city limit, or 20 minutes get to that next town off the highway, because country.
Mhm.
God, and it fucking hit me the moment we got to. Well, I can't even say the city because it wouldn't mean shit to you. 30 minutes outside my parents' place, and I'm just like, oh my God, I gotta go. I gotta shit in my pants. I tell my wife, I was like, hey, I gotta go, and she goes, well, you can't. The kids are asleep, so you need to make it all the way to at least the rest stop, which is about another 30-45 minutes away, right before Spangles. I don't like using those. I'm bougie. I will not use a rest stop. Not in Kansas, anyways, because they are not taken care of. There's piss and shit all over. So I won't. And literally, we got home, and she's like, okay, come carry some stuff. And nope! I'm carrying my ass inside. And I literally, like, I don't slam my car door ever, but I kicked that fucking car door open, slammed it shut, ran inside, and I have like I'm to the point where like my knees are almost touching inwards, so I'm trying not to like fucking pee or shit myself. I get inside, and I don't know. 10 minutes goes by, and my wife comes in into the house, and she's all set. All I hear is, "Hey, thanks for helping. Hey, I'm sweating in here. It's hot. It smells, and there's no lighter for this candle you put in here."
So you got halfway there.
I was just like, oh. And of course, I'd get out, and my kid's like, "Dad, you stink. Shut up. Shut up. Have you smelled the bathroom after you took a shit? It smells a lot worse than that. And I don't know what you eat, even though I feed you." God.
No, it's crazy because it's Spangles. I've never even, like I said, never heard of it. Didn't know it was a thing.
It's a Midwest thing, but I guess it's more centralized to like Nebraska, Kansas. I know Texas doesn't have it. Only like one or two cities in Oklahoma have it. It's it's not a franchise. Like you cannot open your own Spangles. It's all family operated owned, and they will not let you open your own. Like
Really?
McDonald's. I go put $25,000 down at McDonald's. I can open a franchise. Okay, it's like 75,000, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, they're all over Kansas just by looking at it.
Not
but yeah,
where I'm
there's-
at though. I gotta drive an hour either way to get
Hey,
to it.
Wichita's got plenty.
Oh, I know. I used to live outside Wichita. Used to live outside a little podunk city called Mount Hope. Less than 200 people at the time.
Bengals. That's weird.
Oh, the food's good. The milkshakes are good. The drinks are good. They just introduced alcoholic drinks too.
Really?
Yeah, which you can get to the drive-through. Not really
Weird.
safe. Well, it's like a slushy. No
Yeah.
biggie. It's like a slushy.
Well, doesn't surprise me. It's Kansas.
Yeah, it's fucking Kansas. We're either gonna drink, do meth, or be virgins.
I mean, Iowa does the meth thing for sure.
Oh, I know. We get
Oh,
you
boy.
guys down here. We get you guys a lot thanks to K
Yeah.
State.
There's so many around Wichita.
So yeah, if you're ever down in Kansas,
So
take the
check
3-hour
out
drive.
Spangles.
We'll go to Spangles, and then we'll go tear up the bathroom at a rest stop or something. 'Cause there's only
Yeah, you're gonna
there's
have
only
to.
bathroom in the Spangles, so you gotta share it or use a urinal. So, but,
No, it's just oh my gosh.
so
So many places like that though. If you like growing up, we didn't go out to eat very often
no,
because I grew up in a very small town,
200
just
or less.
north of Kansas City. No, okay, it's not that small.
Let's use the word small correctly here, okay? I'm
was
from a small town. You have more
Two,
than 1,000.
2000. 2000 was, I think, where it was at when I was there.
You're a small city. I would say that.
Mm.
Not a town. You're not
That's a town. And
No.
that's a.
I had a town. Unless you ask the Europeans, I had a village.
That's what I would call, 200 people. That's a village.
It was less than 200 people.
It was less than 200.
Yeah, and there's like.
Did you have a school?
Yeah, we had an elementary school.
How? Isn't that like half the size of your town?
It's just there's like what? We had K to 8th grade. Each class was roughly like 6 to 8 students.
Sheesh.
Lots of parents.
60.
But we also have like there's a bunch of other little outlying cities or towns, whatever. Like I can't even say their names. But anyways, there's a lot of little towns outside of where I grew up, and they would come into our city because you had the choice of going to our school, Havens, which was just a shitty fucking grade school. Like the building was to the point like they found black mold covering over 20% of the school. This is of course when I went to school back in the early 90s, and it got worse. And it was like, it's fine. You can go to school. No, it's just in the ceilings and the wall. It's fine. Don't touch the ceiling or the wall. Tell kids not to touch it. Or you go to Andel, which was a Catholic elementary school. So unless you went to the church, you were in the church and you registered as Catholic and you went to the Catholic system, you couldn't go. So those were your 3 grade schools. But yeah, that's just how it was.
Hmm.
Our school was nice too.
Sounds like it.
Huh?
Black mold and everything.
No, Haven was not my school.
Oh, okay.
Like my school is new. I think they just built it like 92, 93 at the time. And I went to school a few years after that.
So did you have an elementary, a middle school, and a high school, or did you all go in one?
Elementary to middle school was all in one, and then everybody, seven different cities had to funnel into Haven High School, which is where everyone went to for your last 4 years.
Okay.
And even
Because I mean, so
my class
you
size was
had
7.
a small class size when you graduated. I'm assuming you were less than 20.
8th grade graduation was 12. High school graduation was 70.
Oh, damn, you were higher than we were. We only had 40 seminars. But
7 towns funneling.
oh shit. Okay, yeah. You had 10 kids from each town. You were good.
Yeah.
So
Like
I mean, ours was.
These were the kids. Like the funniest thing, or I thought it was funny growing up. I still do now. The funniest thing is like, so Mount Hope had a basketball team. No football. You want to go play football? You take a bus over to Haven. So you take 10 minutes over. But anyways, we would play basketball. And we would play against all 6 other schools that we would later go to high school with. So we all hated each other. We were very competitive. And then once we got into high school, it was like, oh, hey, Patrick, you're still a bitch. What's going on, man? Yeah, it's cool to see you.
Yeah. Fuck your mom. We'll see you later.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So I had such a weird reputation because of basketball, and I don't even know. Whatever. Fuck you people. Leave me alone about it. God. It wasn't like I did anything. It was bad at the time because I was a child. The long story short, during the middle of a basketball game, I was center, and I ran down to the other side, to the other team's basket, basically. I was in their lane. And they were getting ready to pass the ball, just throw it way down the court so where the guy down there could shoot it. Backs to them, though. So I'm just like booking it, sprinting to get to this other guy to block him and get the ball. And all I hear from the stands and my coach was, Logan, turn around. Huh? And I looked up. Again, this is one of those moments. I thought I said it up in my head. Did not say up in my head. I said this out loud in front of 2 different schools, and all you hear is, "Oh, fucking shit!" And I could hear everyone just, I didn't care because again, I thought I said it in my head, so I just went to go play. And the next thing we hear is a whistle gets blown. Timeout.
For what?
What did I do?
The fuck did I do?
Pretty much. 21. Go take a seat.
Fuck you.
What? Again, that's being said in my head, so I think I'm in the clear. And I sit down, and my coach goes, your mom and dad's going to be really mad at you, so they're sitting 2 rows up. Good luck with that. We'll see you tomorrow at practice.
Hopefully.
I'll see you tomorrow. No, sorry, I'll see you. Yeah, we have science tomorrow, so I'll see you for science class tomorrow, and then we'll have. Yeah, good.
The pastor's in the corner as well, blessing you and your family.
Wasn't my church. We were okay.
I was hoping you were going to say in the middle of that story, I was like, I had to shit, so I had to leave it.
No. I have a track story for that one, but no, like, and that was the thing, like, that happened 5th grade year. So I still have like 3 more years in the grade school, elementary, middle school, whatever, in Mount Hope, playing against these same 7 schools and more. We played others. But then I went to high school, and all these same kids would just be like, man, that was so funny. My mom was so mad when you said fucking shit. I was like, guys, seriously, you're not going to believe this. I said that in my head. I don't know how it came out. I have superpowers. Yeah. Telekinesis. Telecommunication, whatever. Telepathic. There we go. Tell us something.
My superpower is I say whatever's on my mind. Fuck you.
Oh my god. like even to this day, I still get live it down, and it's not even like bad. Like, oh my god, you did something terrible. It was just this fifth grader said fucking shit. My dad didn't get in trouble because that's where I learned it from. My mom was mad at me. Where'd you learn that from, Dad? When?
Learned it from Dad.
Because he was ripping up carpet one day, and he was trying to lay wooden floor, and he hit his hand with the damn hammer, and he said fucking shit. And then he said, "Don't you tell your mom. Don't you repeat that to your mom." And I didn't repeat it to you. Apparently, I said it to everyone.
Fucking basketball, it went over my head. I wouldn't say it to anybody.
Maybe don't say, "Hey, Logan." You add more words. Logan, look up. Ball. Just calling my name makes me go, huh? What? Oh.
Fucking shit.
The only part I honestly remember once again I said it in my head, I knew I said ah, but no one else heard ah. Except for the guy next to me.
It's like, why did you just say fucking shit out of nowhere?
Really
Does your son have Tourette's?
This onset? Did this all something going on at home? What's going on? Oh my god. It's so funny. And I love like I didn't go to my high school reunion. I won't go to my 20 here in a bit either.
Oh, we just had ours.
But it's just like I get Facebook messages or people will post about times in high school or middle school or grade school, whatever, and they're all like, "You remember that time Logan shocked the crowd by saying fucking shit?" Is anybody else surprised he cusses as much as he does now? Like, I don't fucking talk to you right now, so back off. I fucking hated you then, I hate you now.
Yeah, we just had ours, and out of the 50, 40, 47, 50 some odd people, 1, 2, 3, 4 of us showed up. And I went because there's a good friend of mine that I hang out with, and he was gonna go, and so I went. And yeah, there's 4 of us showed up, and everybody else was like, "Oh, I couldn't make it. I had this." I'm like, "Don't lie, you want to come?" I'm like, "I came because I wanted to see my friend, and that was about it." Everybody else said, "I don't give a shit."
Yeah. Like,
so yeah, it's
the 6 or 7 friends I had, like solid friends I had since, like, for the most part, 3 I knew since kindergarten, and then the other 3 or 4 I knew since like 6th grade when we were allowed to play football. So I'd known these kids for years, basically my whole life. But I remember we got, well, I guess it would have been 2018. We celebrated our 20th, or 10 year. 20th. Our 10 year. And I remember Facebook messaging, because the people who were in charge of this, cheerleaders, of course, they're like, "We just rented out this motel or this hotel in Wichita, and we got this DJ, da 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 da. We just need everybody to donate $100 to help fund for this." I was like,
"No,
I'll go to the bar with buddies and spend $100, but I ain't going here." But it doesn't matter. So I remember messaging my buddies. Like, we all got in a group chat on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey, anybody going to this?" Of the 8 of us, because one dipped in and out. 5 of us were military veterans at this point. And we're like, no, we're not. No. I talk to all you fuckers at least yearly on Facebook. We post pictures. We post our family. You know what I'm up to. I know what you're up to. I don't give a fuck about these other 62 kids. And they're like, "Well, who's going to tell them?" I was like, "I'll fucking tell them. Logan, you need to be nice." "No, I fucking don't."
No, I don't. Fuck that.
I am almost 30 fucking years old.
I'm a grown man.
Fuck you. I don't need to be nice. I served in the military.
I wipe my own ass. I can do what I want.
So I was like, "Do you guys want to get together at least?" We haven't gotten together probably in like 8 years, or I guess 10 years. Yeah, right before 12 years at this. Basically, high school was the last time we got together because we all went military. So yeah, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll get together. We'll do something this summer." We did. Caught up, shot the shit. But they're like, "What'd you tell them?" "Oh, here you go." Screen grabbed it, sent it to them. "Logan, you didn't have to dime us all out like that." It's like, "Yeah, I did." "None of you are going. You all were just going to stiff them." "Okay, well, you didn't need to tell me it was about the money." It was about the money. I had to drive my happy ass 2 hours, 2.5 hours, to spend $100 in a hotel I don't even get fucking stay at. Fuck you. No, no. And I have to find a babysitter for my kid. Mm-mm. So that's either I drive 2 hours to my parents and drive 2 hours to Wichita, driving 4, and then I gotta take that 2 hours back, 2 hours back. No, fuck you. Like,
No, I don't blame you. I wouldn't have done it either.
you know why you only have 8 friends? Hey, I will cut one of you out. I
You
don't.
don't like this?
I don't need friends, and like that's always been like the shit talk I say. I don't need friends. I'm an introvert. I will stay at home on my computer. I will find somebody new.
I
Don't
mean,
need you.
I talk to myself. I'm my own best friend, so I'm good.
Doctor
I have
said
plenty
that
of
doesn't-
conversations.
Doctor said that doesn't count.
The doctor doesn't count because I'm my own doctor too. I can go through everything. I can self-diagnose.
I think that's a conflict of interest. Then
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'll do whatever I can. I carry my own conversations. I argue with myself. Everything.
I bet you do.
We
that
get along.
right
We
now,
don't.
actually.
Yep. All the time. Whenever I can. Did you see me in when I stream?
I do. And
Me and the
most of the
two
time
other people that are watching.
it's like I do. I can't talk to you most of the time because I'm like laying in bed and I can't giggle or anything. So my wife's like,
Nope.
"What are you doing?" We're watching a movie. Are you on your phone? No. Watching a movie. What just happened? And as long as there's voices, I can hear and I can be like, "Oh yeah,
The guy died.
This is what was said. There was gunfire. Somebody died. Who?"
The leader. It's a really weird movie.
The antagonist.
Yeah, there you go.
What's his name? I don't fucking know. What's his name? And she's still like, I don't know his name either. Ah! What's his name though? No, we have captions on. We just wait for it to pop up. Yeah.
So no, it's just one of those things about. So I'll talk to myself all day. Kind of helps when you stream too.
Yeah.
But when it comes to anything else, I don't talk. Period.
I mean, I
You get
talk
me
to
in public, I'm
myself.
quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the same. Even when I'm with my wife and kids out in public, unless they do something, I will be just dead quiet. But it's partly because I don't want to talk, but it's been so hardwired and ingrained in me that I'm literally just surveying the area everywhere I go. Bugs the fuck out of my wife. Like, they're sketchy people. I will take the kids, and my wife's like, "Oh, we're gonna walk over here now." What? We're gonna walk over here. Or if they're sketchy people and they won't fucking get out of my line of like walking, and they follow me over to the side, I'll be the asshole. Like, you need back to fuck off my nuts. Go away. I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Fuck off. You're too close to my kids. You're too close to me. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Mm-hmm. No. And you go to a movie theater. Where do you sit in a movie theater?
Am I the one picking the seats, or is my wife picking the seats?
Oh, so you're picking the seats.
If I'm picking the seat, I'm typically all the way up back in the middle row.
Okay,
My
that's
back
where I'm
against
at.
the wall.
Yep.
Yep.
When you go to a restaurant like that, where do you face?
The door.
Exactly. See, it's
So,
this.
like, the only
military thing.
problem is like if there's 2 doors, I will center myself in the middle of the lobby, facing the doors. But I'm still like on that back wall so I can see shit.
Yep.
Yep.
And this is a common thing. It's a military thing. There has been times where I've just kind of been in the moment and haven't done it, but in most times that's what it is. It's just one of those things. It's weird.
The only I think I can count on about one hand the amount of times it hasn't happened, and it was days I like my wife would be like, "Oh, you should probably double up on your shell shock." All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Go from 2 milliliters of a syringe to 4, and then right before we leave, or she'll tell me, "Oh, hey, we're gonna go eat out somewhere. Or we're gonna go to the movie." Oh, okay. And then, of course, me having basically, I would say anxiety is the best way to put it because I don't like fucking people being around me. It drives me up a wall. They're unpredictable type thing. I like, I need to take another 2 more. So at this point, I have 6, full spectrum.
Oh yeah.
So the good stuff, I'm just like saying the movie theater. Yeah, this is fun. I'm not stoned. I'm not high. I'm just calm as fuck. No matter what. And she's
Yeah, you
just
have to
over
be. It's
there.
just
You good? Yeah, good. So good. This is a good movie.
yeah, but it's just like you get those positions, and it's just like you're sitting in those spots, and it's like it's weird because you're trying to enjoy yourself with your family and everything else, but you're also on guard.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's weird though. Like that's situational awareness. Like
it is.
I would personally be so pissed off and beat myself up and probably do worse if I wasn't on guard and something happened to, especially one of my kids, God forbid, or if something happened to my wife, I would lose utter shit and would be in jail. Utter shit.
Well,
Like
yeah, because I mean, there's no shut off point when it's go time. But that
oh
point,
yeah,
it's like no, it's ready. It's like you push it to this point, it's time to take care of business, pretty much. Especially if it's your kids, and everything else
yeah.
too.
I will say that like I think it's hilarious when you get a group of military members, especially veterans. Then you're all just like, where do we sit? And you're all point right back there.
Yeah,
All right, you two got the right door. You two got the left
yeah,
door. I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna go check out the bathroom.
yeah. It's just it's weird because it's everybody's thinking the same thing, but you don't have to say it because everybody's obviously thinking it.
That's just
But then you have when
that
you go out
mental
with people that
connection.
yeah, and you go out with people that they're not used to that. They don't really have the like, oh, this is a great seat over there. Like I can't sit there, but I'm gonna sit there because I don't want to be like, oh no, I need to sit here.
Oh no.
But I'm gonna act kind of awkward where I'm sitting because I'm looking everywhere.
As much as I hate society, and like my wife says, I'm socially challenged because I don't have a filter. But like we would go out on when one of her good friends used to live in the town with us. We'd go on double dates with her and her now husband, and they'd be like, "Okay, where are we going?" I was like, "Well, you pick whatever restaurant." I'd always let whoever comes with pick the restaurant because the moment we got into that restaurant, I was like, we actually need to sit back here. We need to sit over here, or we're gonna sit over here. It's not you have a choice. You pick the restaurant. I'm gonna pick the seat, and I would sit there, and like early on in our relationship, my wife would still be like, "What are you? Stop looking at it. What are you looking at? Who are you watching? People
Mhm.
watching.
Yeah.
People watching." Like, okay, well, we're not at Walmart anymore. Stop.
Mhm.
Like, no, no. And I would like, I probably go a little extreme, but like restaurants, I will time certain things. Like if I give you my order, I know there's like a time limit they have to go by. But then I've seen enough movies and I've read enough statistics to know that if something happens in the back, I know the delay time. So my ass is like, hmm, okay, okay. Hey, is our food almost ready? Oh yeah, they something came up, and then of course my brain goes, what came up? Something back there? Somebody tried to kill something. What happened? And of course ADHD fucking kicks in, and it's like
Oh
one
yeah.
scenario turns into fucking 50 scenarios, and then it turns into a chicken fight, and then it turns into oh that was really funny. And then back into reality. Just what the fuck? And the entire time my wife was like, Logan, hey, Logan, what? What? You did it again. I'm sorry. But her friends would always be like, "What's going on?" So I'm paranoid, and that's always why I told people I'm just paranoid. I need to watch the door. I'm a veteran.
Yeah, that's
I
exactly what it
it's like
is.
I have to watch the door because even if I can't stop them, I just need to protect my wife. I just need to protect my kid. And unfortunately, if it's my life or our life over anybody else, it's our life's gonna win.
Hmm.
Cancel me. Don't give a fuck. But I don't know. I mean, military people instantly understand it. I know a couple farmers who do that too, but I don't know if they were military. They're super old, like 60s.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of
That's the generation though. Like that's
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a generational thing.
I don't think I don't think Gen Z would probably ever do or the Gen A or Alpha, whatever they're called now.
Thanks.
No, Gen X was before us. We're Gen Y slash millennials, and then Gen Z is after us, and then Gen Alpha is what's out now. I don't know. I don't give a shit.
There's
I'm a Gen Y.
there's so many different ones.
Yeah, and then we have baby boomers. They're Gen. They're W. Maybe U. I don't know why we use letters. Yeah. It's just so weird. It's you're talking about a generation though that fucking grew up. I don't want to say a peaceful time, but it definitely was a more peaceful time than it is now, or at least it appeared because we didn't have fucking social media
Oh God.
cramming
Yeah.
down our throat of all this fucking negative, pessimistic bullshit that doesn't even fucking matter.
Hmm.
You didn't hear politics or religion every day. You didn't hear any of this stuff. It was just a very more peaceful, calm, almost ignorant, technically,
Hmm.
era. Which I lived in a small town. I literally would walk over to a friend's house, and then his mom and dad could take us into Wichita, and my mom and dad could never know about it or would never know about it. And we just show up at 8 o'clock at night. What'd you do today? Oh, we went to Wichita. Oh, okay. Who took you? Cindy. Did she buy you anything? Yeah. Okay, well, you need to give her money back. I don't have money. Just totally different generation. Then when you, like you said, you add kids onto it, that shit's heightened just so much more. Like first day, like you'll have it. We'll see next week. We'll check in. Like we said, my daughter started kindergarten today. I fucking surveyed every goddamn teacher and family that showed up, and my wife knew it too because she's like, "You're watching people." Yeah, I go, "You're fucking right. I'm watching people. I need to know who's watching my kids. I need to know who to call the cops on if shit goes south. I need to know who's asked to be. That's it. Not necessarily in that order, but most of the time, two and three switch. But and it was so weird when we did parent night last night, asking teachers everything. Uh, no, yeah, we have security systems put in place. Okay, well, do you have that anti-entry device that's on the bottom of the kickboard?
Oh God.
Uh, yeah. How do you know about that? How do you not? What? What? So, and of course, I'm asking all these weird questions just to make sure my school's is secure for my child. We never had a shooting or anything like that here,
Yeah.
but you never know, really. And then today she went to school, and I literally the 3 hours she was gone, almost 4 hours gone. I'm just sitting here going, I can't sit still. I can't. Like I am pacing. I cleaned the whole kitchen. It's been a while. It needed a good cleaning. But I was just like
Yeah.
pacing back and forth. Went to go get sodas. Left. I was so fucking stressed out, and I was like, as much as I want my 2-year-old to be in preschool, I I already have gray hair in my beard, as my wife has pointed out this week. I don't think it's gonna handle very well. Uh, no, not gonna be a good thing.
I mean, it'll happen. It is what it is.
I can't stop them growing up.
No, but I mean, I get the whole having to see what's going on, see who's around, see what's where your kids are at and all that stuff. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, like wife still doesn't. The wife still doesn't understand or agree. I guess would be the best way. Like I want my
Mhm.
children within like no more than or no further away than 6 feet when we're out in public. Like she can
Yeah,
run 6 tiles basically, at 6 feet, and even then, I'm like, no, you need to be back. Let's go back. Holidays,
yeah,
they're not allowed to be within or out past my arm's reach at all. When holiday season kicks up, I like, I'll hold on to the back of their shirt. Wife won't let me get the monkey leashes.
oh
This is
God, don't
inhumane.
I can't stand those things.
I can't stand them, but it's fucking holiday season when they're
Oh
all
no,
packed. I was like, no, I need to be able to fucking get you.
nope.
So it's just I'm extra with holidays. I've seen way too many bad shit happen during the holidays, so just on heightened sense at that point. Ugh,
Different time. It's crazier.
that's putting it lightly. Easter is crazier. Christmas, which is November to December, that's hell.
Yeah,
Crazy assholes out. And I worked Walmart on Black Friday when it first started. So that's old.
We'll have to edit this. Pause for a second. I've sent you like 6 messages.
No, I know I'm old
Yes,
because
we
I
know
work
that.
Black Friday. You're old too. Shut. But to kind of put a pin in that one, like a final cap, whatever you want to call it, I was door dashing Monday. No. Tuesday? Oh, I was door dashing the other day this week. And I had to go into a bar to get food. And literally all I hear is music. Just pumping. 2 issues. Other than it being hella fucking loud, I couldn't hear my own thoughts, which was weird. But the music only played for 30 seconds before it cut out completely for 5, and then played another 30-second snippet of another song. Weird. Did not like that. Really fucked with my ADHD when I was trying to listen to a song. But I'm trying to talk to the bartender, and I'm a very soft-spoken person to begin with. Like, if we were in person, I would sound probably half as loud as I do now.
Oh, cool. So I wouldn't understand you or hear you at all because I'm deaf.
Yeah. You'd be like, what? I'd be like, yeah.
Use your big boy voice and talk to me.
Use your podcast voice, yeah. But so, I'm just soft-spoken. But anyway, so it's loud. I was like, okay, I'm gonna yell a little bit. Bartender comes up, can't hear shit she says. So I'm like, oh, in my head I go, she has to be asking what I need. So I turn my phone, and really fucking loud, I'm just screaming, do you have my order? Order! And she shakes her head no and points like 1 minute. I'm guessing that's what she said. Music cuts off. We don't have a cook. He walked out this morning. Oh, okay. Like, she's still yelling. I just went, oh, okay. So how much longer until the food music kicks back on? And she's like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe longer. The problem with DoorDash is I've already accepted the order.
Yep.
And I said, I've already not only accepted, but I said I'm at the restaurant. So now I can't, fucking just cancel it and walk out. It was also $10 or $12 with tips. So I was like, I ain't fucking leaving anytime soon. Because it was just, 3 blocks away from the bar. So I'm like, lazy fuck, whatever. So food finally gets out. She says something, but while I'm waiting, I text my wife. I was like, hey, I think I'm getting old as shit now. This music is loud. I'm hating people even more. More so than normal. 1 to 10, I'm normally like an 8. Right now, I'm at a 22. I want to hit everybody.
Let's unpack down a little bit. What piece of shit orders food from a bar the middle of the day?
It wasn't the middle of the day. It was...
Or afternoon.
9:30 at night. I only dash at night. Yeah, I only drive at night.
Oh, that's right. You say, yeah, that's right. That's when you leave your family to
pretty much
relax.
Kids are asleep. My wife gets to have quiet time by herself and not have to deal with me for 2 hours. But speaking of which, Jesus. So I don't know why he was ordering, but he ordered us wings, which once again, there's fucking B-dubs at the beginning of this block.
Buffalo Wild Wings are garbage.
Okay, you hate B-dubs? There's Wingstop the next block over.
Those aren't any better.
No, they're not. I don't like either one.
They're not. Okay, so wings from a bar, those are hit or miss at times. No, okay, I get that.
No, they are miss all the time here. They are trash. The chicken is so fucking dry you could start a fire with.
That's how Wingstop wings are. The ones that I've always had.
I've had Wingstop once, and it wasn't their chicken I got, or their wings. I got their chicken nuggets. Sorry.
So you got boneless wings.
Smaller, but yeah.
That's what fucking boneless wings are. They're fucking chicken nuggets.
They are big chicken nuggets. You back off my boneless wings.
Oh my gosh, eat them with your fork and pinky up and you're good.
To be fair, I eat everything with my pinky up. I don't like my pinky touching stuff. That's a whole different issue, though. That's a psychological thing. Do you not see how I eat shit on stream or anything? Where I'm just
back to that. Pinky up. You're eating anything, okay.
Yeah, and it's funny, my 2-year-old's copying me now. To me, he has no fucking idea why. I don't even know why. I don't. I don't. If I grab a cup, like I will grab the cup like that, but the moment it gets tilted, it's just that pinky's up. So it's just you can't touch. It doesn't.
That's true. I've given you shit about that before when drinking.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's terrible. And like if you watch me when I stream and I'm eating something, if it's like a well, not gonna say a hot dog. Let's say it's a bag of chips. And I'm trying to eat chips. You will see me grab like this, and then I will. That pinky's just. I only know I do this because I get called out on it by Wick or by one of the other guys or whoever's watching. Is like, "What's wrong with your finger?" It's like, nothing.
Not a damn thing, man.
God damn it! Leave me alone. Don't know why I do it. I've always done it. And my wife's giving me shit. She just kind of deals with it. The only time she will like fuck with me is if we're sitting side by side at like a restaurant or whatever, and I do it because it's both hands. That's why even when I like run or I don't run like this, I run like that.
If you run like this,
But like if I'm like
bang bang,
bang bang motherfucker, but like if I'm showing people, hey, let's go run, or if I'm doing this motion, it's always the hang tense. I did it earlier on in the stream too. I was like, oh, you didn't catch that. Cool, good. He can't give me shit. Rather than let's go run, because this looks like I'm jerking off. This does not.
Nobody jerks off with their pinkies out.
Yeah,
no, you're good.
No one. It's weird. But like my wife will like sit by me. I'll eat like if I'm eating a sandwich or whatever. I'll just and it's not straight up like it's super fucking retarded. It's just like it's curled, and she'll just walk over and she'll just go, "You're being special. Why are you doing this?
Why? Don't judge me."
Down. And then it's to the point where I'll put my pinky all the way up. And then you can see people just go, "What the?"
I'm on my fucking lunch break. Leave me alone.
I'm not weird. I'm unique. I'm limited edition.
Well, that's what. Yeah, very limited.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't think I have any quirks like that one. That one's that pinky thing's weird.
I don't know. I don't know where I got it from. It had to have been something instilled in me. So that's not something you just randomly go, I'm gonna eat with my pinkies up. I'm gonna drink with my pinky up. It's just
Nope, I don't have anything like that I know of. I'm sure if I asked a certain person in my house, she'll have a list of stuff that I'm fucking weird about. But
oh, you want to know? Oh, hold on.
Here, hold on.
Let me just grab this book.
Yeah.
Are we just looking for like when we started dating?
Yeah.
Oh, marriage. Okay, 1 second.
Wrong book.
Wrong book. Okay, we got a new book.
We go back from when we started dating. Oh boy, I can only imagine. It's a long time.
Why did you marry me then?
No.
What? Because look at that laundry list. I'm not good for you. Was it because I was military? Stupid.
Yeah, we started dating right the last year when I was in. So she enjoyed it. She's like, "Oh yeah, so 2 weeks out of the month, like in summer, you're not here. So like I get a break, like, and I don't even feel bad about it because you have to go, and I can't stop you." So like she's like, "Oh yeah," and then every other like once a month, a weekend, you're gone for sure again. Like this is great. Like you're not around. We're together, but you're not around. I have to deal with you. That's awesome.
She's the.
Then I got out and she's like,
the Pinda.
"Fuck,
you're
here
to leave the house."
And then we have our daughter, and she's like, "Oh, now you're definitely gonna be here." I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'm not going anywhere."
You must have loved your ass during COVID.
Oh, COVID. Thank God we have a basement, and we have enough space for that to where we can separate. Because, oh man, it was granted it's just her and I and our two kids. My oldest was living with his mom at the time, but man, it was rough.
So that was 2020 when that kicked off. We had our son fall of 2019. COVID had not hit us yet. So we had no restrictions at all.
Oh, yeah.
So when COVID hit, my wife was on maternity leave the last 3 months of 2019 at her old job. She took maternity leave, got the time off, and at the beginning of the year, she took another job because they were willing to pay her more money, significantly more money, and her old job said, we can't afford to even give you an extra dollar an hour. She's like, all right, well, I'll take this other job. Bye. And yeah, that was the end of it. Then, so she starts that job January, and then February, I think COVID hit here in Kansas, February, March, and then she gets told, you're shut down. But because you're an ASM, you'll still get paid. And she got paid, I think, for like 60 days, and then had to do unemployment shit like that. But she enjoyed it because she got to only go to work for a month and a half, and then she got basically 3 or 4 months off. I think they opened up in June of 2020 with restrictions, maybe July.
Mm.
But anyways, she was stuck home with me, and she's like, I'm okay if you stream more.
Go away.
So, and we didn't have a big house. I mean, we still don't have a big house, but we had 3 rooms, 3 bedrooms, and a bathroom, and then the living room and kitchen. And of course, newborn, so she's in the living room,
Oh yeah.
feeding, and our 3-year-old at the time is doing whatever a 3-year-old does, and they're all just fucking annoyed with me because like I'm there all the fucking time. I'm annoying, so she's literally like, you need to fucking go away. Go do something. Can't do anything. It's COVID. Go to your office. So, and you can watch. If you go back to my Twitch streams, you will see me streaming like 3 to 4 days out of the week, couple hours. And the moment COVID hit, 6 days a week, 6 to 8 hours a day.
Oh yeah, you and about 80,000 other people who started streaming, including me at the time.
I didn't start streaming. I was already. I just wasn't.
Oh yeah, no,
dedicated.
yeah. No, that's when I started. It was about, I think it was mid-year. It was early. It was right after it started. March time, I think. It was like that. I'm sure that's when a lot of people started. I don't know how saturated
Oh, it was.
the amazing Twitch got.
I think they had like a 3,000% bump in
Oh,
streamers alone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just, oh my god. I remember being so happy that I was like, I get to stream. I played the shit out of Destiny 2. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go check in on my wife. Be right back, everyone. Break.
Hey, I got sent back in here. Go away.
What are you out here for? Oh, water. I'm gonna grab a soda. And some food. Yeah. Soda and food. Yeah. Go into the kitchen. You're being loud. I'm grabbing my soda. I'm going.
Swear to God, I'm leaving. Going away.
And then I got heavier into cigars at that point too, because it was to the point where like, oh, I'm tired of sitting. Go away. I'm going outside. I'm gonna go to my backyard. Sit out there smoking for 2-3 hours. I had a really nice tan. Tell you what though. Looked weird as fuck when I'm outside and they see a new baby coming outside the house, and here's the dad just out back. Yeah.
This dad doesn't do shit. Smokes the cigars.
The only time I really like had to do something, and I haven't had to, because I'd be like, does he need to be fed? I can go make a bottle. I can warm up some breast milk. I could go do that.
I can be helpful.
I'm breastfeeding right now. Oh. Well, if you need a break, like, I'm trying to be helpful, but at this point, she just like, fucking go over.
Leave me alone.
And it's like, damn it, fight her. It's just like, you're annoying. I don't know how the kids, I don't know how everybody deals with you. It's like, I don't know. And then literally after COVID happened, or she had to go back to work, we couldn't go back to daycares because they were fucking hella expensive at that point, let alone for a newborn. So
Oh yeah.
I was still selling health insurance, and then I picked up I worked at Walmart again as a stalker because they were paying good at the time, and I didn't have to talk to customers. I could work overnights, so it was fine. I had to quit that, and by quit, I literally told him, hey, I may have to quit at some point whenever my wife goes back to work. Well, when's that? I don't know. So just know, this is my notice of letting you know that I plan on quitting soon. I don't know when though. Could be tomorrow. I could
I
be
don't
a
know
phone.
where.
I could be a phone
I
call.
don't
So
know when.
just be aware.
I'm quitting.
And literally, I got a phone call from one of the department managers, and they're like, "Hey, where are you at?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, I quit. I'm sorry." And they were pissed because they were day shift, so they didn't know. They're like, "You can't just fucking quit." I was like, "I didn't just quit. I gave
I
my
told you.
notice like 2 months ago. I said I'm gonna have to quit at some point because I have to take care of my family." Well, you have to give 2 weeks. Legally, there's nothing that says I do. Second off, bye. Click.
Yeah. What do you do? You have to give it? Like, no, I can just quit the day I want.
Yeah, yeah. So I just remember my wife saying I have to go back to work, and we can't afford daycare because we could. Like it was gonna be like 500 a month, 500 or 600 a month just for my oldest, and then newborn was gonna cost us about 1,300. So we're talking about close to 2 grand.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's stupid.
Yep. It
We
is.
don't we don't make
It's
enough
ridiculous.
to do all that. So even with like streaming, because I was making decent money streaming and getting my sponsorship from Shell Shock at that time even, and I was like, no, we can't afford that. We're gonna be in the hole.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, well, what do you want to do? I was like, well, do you want to go back to work or do you want me to go back to work? And she's like, I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't. I was like, all right, I'll be a stay-at-home dad. You sure? Yeah. I hate people anyways.
Ugh.
I hate retail. I've worked retail 15 plus years. Fuck all you assholes. I'll stay home. And now I'm like, fuck these assholes. They're even my children this time. God damn. I was just adults. No, everyone's fucking assholes. They're super assholes because they're my children.
Yep.
Oh. I saw so many couples break up though on my Facebook, and I thought it was so funny. There's so many of them that would be like, "We got together. Oh, well, we're just gonna move in because COVID. So I can't drive to his or I can't drive to hers. So we're just moving in together."
Yeah. Great idea.
You just started dating like Tuesday. You really want to do that? I've been
I have
married, and I would not do that.
I have friends like that. Or I have a friend he had known a chick for 2 months and he got engaged and they're getting married. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. I gave you 3 years and you're divorced. He got mad at me. We never talked again.
I
He
would
got
give him a
divorced
year.
not too long ago.
I mean,
Yeah, he made it 2.5 years.
Oh, okay, so you're right. You called it. So did you? Told you, bitch.
Nope, I haven't talked to him still. I didn't want to be like, I told you, but I think he knows it. I'm sure.
So we talked earlier because of like the stereotypes of marriages in military.
Mhm.
I pride myself on not ever being married in the military
Hmm.
because I didn't want to get cheated on. I didn't want to have somebody worry about. And then the biggest one, I couldn't tell anybody my job, like what I did. So the extent of the conversation would be like, "How was your day at work?" It sucked. Well, what happened? Something with the Pred, something with a Hilo, Al Qaeda. I can't tell you. Sorry. We dealt with the Ace of Spades. What? Yeah, sorry, can't explain that to you either. So there's a deck of
Stuff.
cards that all mean stuff. Fucking. You know. And I prided myself very much on never, ever being married. And my younger brother, on the other hand, he's only been married once so far. Give time.
So far. Oh, well.
My other one may be divorced too soon after what's happened. So, no, he what was it? He was dating a girl from his high school, and then he cheated on her, left her, cheated on that girl with somebody else, got busted, uh, with minor in possession because he was only 17. Had to wait a year to join the military. Joins the military, gets through basic, gets to tech school, down in San Angelo, Texas, and he joins in as an EOD. And we all try to talk him out of it because this is a people pleaser guy, which in an EOD field, you don't want to be a people pleaser. You need to be able to tell someone, no, I'm not going to disarm that. You're fucking stupid. Just walk around it. No. I don't care if it's short. We're going to take 5 extra minutes out of our way. Fucking walk
We're
around.
playing Halo right now. We're not coming out.
So,
fucking EOD.
But when he did EOD, he made it 6 months into it. And our schooling for EOD is like a year and a half long. But anyway, so He does EOD and he meets this crazy batshit girl. I don't remember her name. But they came home for the holidays. So he met her in October, came home for Thanksgiving, and told my mom and dad, "Hey, I think I'm gonna propose to her." And they told, "No, you won't. Not gonna happen. You're not allowed to. Not gonna happen." Like any male, don't touch it. I'm gonna touch it. So he ends up proposing to her. But the reason why I say she's so batshit crazy and a bitch is the way she got introduced to the family. My young brother and I are very polite when introducing new people. It was like, "Hey, mom, dad, this is so and so. So and so, this is my mom and dad," and that's kind of how it normally goes. He didn't do that with this woman. We knew he was coming over with her, and they came in. I'm sitting on the stairway, and I'm talking to my wife, who's my girlfriend at this time, and we're just talking. And all of a sudden, I hear my brother go, "Logan, where are you at?" "Hey, Shy, 1 second. I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on mute. I'm on the stairs. What do you need?" His girlfriend literally comes to the stairway. He's nowhere to be seen. And she goes, "What's up, my N-word brother?" And I was
Oh my
like, she
gosh.
was a trailer trash white girl looking thing. And I had to stop because I've never been called this a day in my life. Because as you people can see, I'm white. I don't say that word. So I'm on the phone. I'm muted. I just like, I'm, what? Did did you just call me? And I'm still processing everything. And my dad's like, "What the fuck did you say in my goddamn house?" I was like, I, I think she called me the N word. I literally said N word. I didn't say the real word. And he's like, "No, get the fuck out of my house, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Colby told me, uh, you all were really modern people. You're all really cool, and you wouldn't mind, uh, more adult language."
So we're not
And,
fucking idiots.
and I was like, "That's not an adult language. That is a racial slur, which does not belong to you in the slightest." And you just called probably one of the whitest people. It like no. So I'm fucking processing shit still too because I'm stupid. I get on the phone with my Wi-Fi or my girlfriend now. Wi-Fi. It's like, she fucking said the N word, and she goes, "Did she say N word or did she say the full word?" I go, "She fucking said the full word." She goes, "Who is this bitch?" I was like, "I don't know," but Colby says he's gonna ask her to marry her, and I don't know that shit's gonna happen. But so I'm still at the staircase, and one of my older brothers campus in, who's gay and very very out there gay, not flamboyant, just gay. And he comes in, and again, just kind of put the cherry on the icing here. "Hey, your brother says you're a fag."
Oh my god.
I too, I know several. And you're like, "Doug, or just fuck." And I was like, you can't call
Shit,
him
are you
that.
real?
And I literally looked at Colby, and I tell my wife, I was like, "Hey, hold on a minute. Hold, I'm gonna call you back." Hung up with her, and I text my brother, I was like, "Who the fuck is this whore?" Sid. And he literally looks up and he goes, "That's not nice. I'm not trying to be nice. She's a stupid fucking twat waffle from underneath the bridge. Where the fuck did you meet this woman?" And I'm texting him all this. And he's like, "I met her down in Goodfellow, San Angelo."
Mhm.
"What's her MOS?" "Well, she's a 1-0, which is a briefer, which is what he is now." No, she's not. There's no way an officer is gonna let her talk like that at all. And so I just dropped it, and she called my gay brother everything underneath the sun before he finally said something. I was like, "Actually, you need to stop. You need to stop now because now you're getting super offensive." And she's just Oh, Colby, you lied to me. You said they were all okay with how I would talk. I'm sorry. Do you,
Well,
do you talk like this to my brother? Do you talk like this to your friends? How many ass beatings have you had? Because there ain't no way you walking through life without an ass beating. There's so much more to unpack in that story, but they never got married.
I can imagine.
They were engaged for the 6 months he was in EOD school, and then he told her, "Hey, in order for us to get married, we have to sign a prenup. You get none of my shit. I get none of your shit. Everything is 100% divided, and we're not allowed to have uh, shared accounts because this was the agreement he made with my dad. And my dad said, if you do not do this, I will file police charges against your soon-to-be wife, and we will win. And because we had this all shit videotape, too, because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, record. So, oh my god, it's just a hot mess. And she broke it off with him, even though he says she cheated on him earlier that week too, because she admitted to it. I think that sounds about right. The way she talks, she's right up there. He almost got married to her though. Thank God he did. I'd be in jail.
Well, I mean, not everybody has the best choice in women.
Clearly,
I've had my fair share of bad ones.
clearly.
Yes, I was issued my divorce as well, so yeah, I'm one of the statistical ones that has it. So yeah.
Take that achievement for life. I'm gonna try to pop up the life achievement thing. Why not? But no, like I don't know. I've never been married outside my wife because I didn't want to go through that. And even then, like, I gave my wife so many fucking outs. So many fucking outs when we were dating. I'm like, "Are you sure?" Yeah. Are you sure you want to still date? You don't have to, like, it's fine. I'm a handful. It's fine. I know I'm a handful. No, it's fine. Okay, okay. Propose to her. But if you say no, we can still date if you want. We can just like date, but we'll never have kids because I don't want to have kids out of wedlock and deal with that whole fucking mess if we split up. And she's like, no, okay, fucking love you. No, we're getting married. Okay, 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 okay. Went to a Catholic retreat thing for married or people who want to get married because we didn't want to get married in the church. We wanted to like court married, but family threw a fit, so we took the cheapest route possible, a free church, which meant you had to go to this retreat for 2 days. But anyways, so we went there, and even before we got married, I gave her one last. I was like, "Look, it's still okay. It's fine. I get it. If you don't want to be a part of this, it's fine. It's fine.
You don't want all this. It's okay.
I understand. I got issues out the wazoo, and they're just gonna get worse the longer I'm alive. So just know, my back hurts, my knees hurt, my elbow hurts. Mentally, I am purely unstable, but not unstable enough. I need to be like locked up, just unstable. Like I'm that gray area. Yeah, I can pass the detector, but I will fail if the detector's not around. So yeah. Are you sure? Yes. And when she got married to me, I was like, "All right, you're stuck with me for life now."
Gotcha.
Gotcha, bitch. Every time she's like, "I'm so tired." Anytime she wants to fight or anything, it's like, "Hey, hey, how many outs did you have?" Too many. Like too many you can't count on my hands and toes and your hands and toes. Yeah. It's just me though. I'm weird.
I mean, it is what it is.
We're still together.
For now.
We just celebrated our 8th.
8th? Oh, congrats. That's good. That's good.
They say was it 6 to 8 is the two hardest years after the first two, where divorce rate is up to like 54, 56% for people. So now we just gotta make it to 9 and we're out in the clear. Because everything past 9 apparently is almost guaranteed. It's based on One study said they feel locked together and there's no point in restarting after spending more than a tenth of their life with each other, possibly more. I was like, wow, that's fucking rude. Why would you put it like that? I showed my wife it, and she goes, well, we've been together for 10 years. I go, yeah, yeah, yeah. She goes, all right. We met when you were 22. I go, yes, that would be correct. And I was 19. Let's not do the math here. And she goes, all right. We didn't get married till I was 21. I go, yeah, because we wanted to be able to drink at the wedding. Yeah. Yeah. And she's like, so? I was like, no, don't do the math. Don't fucking do the math. You don't like it. And it's always a funny conversation. Till she's like, when you were 15, shut up. Shut up. I get it. I'm 3 years older than you.
Yeah. I'm the same way. We're the same.
No, we're not. I'm weirder.
Well.
And,
yes.
and, all this.
Yeah, but it starts back here.
It's always started right here. I have a big forehead.
Yeah. You don't have dreams, you have movies. It's okay.
At least I'll sleep better. I need something to fall asleep too.
Gosh, I don't sleep, so it doesn't matter.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this shit show up.
I won't say anything. Let's wrap it up. I'm gonna make an observation after we go off the air. I get a cookie.
You get a cookie now? All right, good.
You'll find out. You'll have to buy me one. Yeah, let's wrap this up. This is not what I wanted to do for the episode, but it's cool. Life shit,
Hey.
Parents, military.
It happens.
Talking about literal shitting.
It's the shit show.
I might title it that now.
It's the life shit show. That's what it is. Hey, it was fun though.
It was. And when you hear what I have to tell you after, oh my god. You're gonna be like, you should have said it during the podcast. I can't.
Again, tune in next week, folks. There's plenty more to come.
Oh, we have so much more to come. That's what she said.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. My name is Simon Merck Sig. Also go by Sig. Yeah, this was a blast. I had a brain fart.
This is how we end everything in the shit show. Welcome to it.
Well, goodbye from it.
Fucking end it. Let's hit the button.
Hit the button. All right, everyone, take care.